So one came down to me, and the being that came out, I ran up and gave him a big hug, and I was crying and sobbing, and it felt like I really had missed him.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, so I've connected with him through meditation.
Yes.
Sense, and I'm wondering if you can tell me what race he is.
You're dealing with another hybrid race, primarily what we would label the Yael. In any such encounters that are going on between you and extraterrestrial beings, you will usually find that you will have at least one counterpart in that society that will be involved in the encounters so that they feel familiar and are a reflection of more of you. So in a sense, it's like meeting another version of yourself.
Okay, so he is my counterpart?
Yes.
Awesome. So in the dream, I got on a ship and went out to space and saw the Earth get really small. So was that physical, or was it?
Well, yes and no. You have to understand that many of these encounters actually happen in a slightly shifted version of physical reality that allows you to experience more than you otherwise might in your typical physical reality. So yes, it was physically real, but not in your physical dimension exactly.
Okay. Do I have hybrid children?
Yes.
How many have a significant amount of my DNA?
Again, the average is usually about 15 to 17.
Okay, so you've mentioned the possibility of hybrid children living on Earth as soon as 2022. Is that still accurate?
No.
No? Okay.
I said the window of open contact is between 2025, 2033, maybe 2040. I did not say the hybrid children would be landing at the beginning. Somewhere in there, things will be set up so that they can begin to stay longer and longer and longer on your planet in certain areas that are sequestered and safe for them to acclimate and adapt to your society as your society acclimates to them. But the idea is that some of them have been on your planet and do come to your world from time to time in secret places that are set aside for them so they can practice what it's like being on Earth. Because many things that you take for granted are very alien to them. So they have to learn the idea of how to fit into your society to some degree, although they won't go all the way with it because human society must also adapt to them to some degree as well. But they're willing to learn, and they're quite fascinated by some things that you don't even really think about, like eating food off a plate with a fork. Why? Why not just take the food and put it in your mouth with your hand? So they have a lot of things to sort of learn to fit in a little bit, but they do that on your planet from time to time in houses and apartments that you don't necessarily even know that they happen to be in. They might even be right next door.
Wow. Okay, so I wanted to talk about being a bridge to the higher dimensions.
Yeah.
So when I'm meditating and I can converse and see in my mind my hybrid children,
Yes.
What reality is that? And what does that look like on their end for?
Well, again, you're communicating through that slightly altered reality that we just mentioned. And therefore, they're receiving it in a sense sort of telepathically from you.
Okay. So is it helpful or important to be making these emotional and like relationship connections with them?
Is it helpful and important to you?
Yes.
Well, then the answer is yes.
Okay.
Because they will feel the importance to you. And that will allow them to begin to identify and empathize with those feelings and understand them more clearly.
Okay. So earlier this week, I had a really powerful meditation where I felt like I was speaking with you. And was that really you, or was it just?
You're just tapping into the vibration that you recognize as our collective consciousness through your own higher mind. So what you were doing, which is what you're doing right now, was speaking a little bit more clearly to your own higher mind, using us as a filter or a mask to do so.
Okay. And what is my vibration?
Are you sure you want to know? Because remember, as soon as you ask, it goes down.
Well, mostly my question was I've really been meditating a lot, and it's felt really good. It's been
all right. That's fine.
My highest passion. And
but
I'm wondering,
are you taking actions as well?
Yes.
All right. Because remember, that's the language of physical reality.
Okay.
Not just meditating. You have to act to be in the world. So, do your meditations help you take more actions in the direction of your passion?
Yes.
All right. Are you sure? Didn't sound very convincing.
I've been taking a lot of action the last year.
Yes.
And it's felt like I've been really just outside and not really going inside. And so I've been feeling really called to
All
go
right,
inside
you can
lately.
balance it out. That's fine.
Yeah, I am excited to take more action
All right.
soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, beloved Bashar.
And good day to you.
Good day to you.
Speak up, please, so that all may hear
Okay,
you.
I've been listening to you many years ago, and I'm very grateful to be here.
All right.
I've been doing a lot of work inwardly for self to grow and to become more of who I am.
Yes.
And I'm creating a sacred of meditation in my house with people that coming over.
All right.
And I do believe with water and air and all the 7 things that you've been provide tonight. The thing is that I've been asking is about my son, that he's back in my house and he stay all night with the heater, and he doesn't really drink enough water. And if you have a way for me to
What are you asking? Should you tie him down and force feed him?
No.
Well,
Just that
have you had conversations about why, and does he actually feel like he's not getting enough?
he would listen to others, but not to his parents, I guess.
Have you had a conversation about why he doesn't listen to your advice?
Usually kids don't listen to their parents.
That's not the case on my planet.
I know, but here it's a little bit different.
Well, I understand that. But do you also understand he may have his own path in life?
I totally agree with you.
All right.
The thing is that, like you said...
I have a suggestion for you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's call it the Santa Claus effect. Yes?
Yes.
Leave a pitcher of water and a glass out for him when you go to bed. Maybe in the night he will sneak over and have some water without you necessarily knowing about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes? Just give him the option. Don't tell him what to do.
No, and you're absolutely right. I do that. I just put...
But you leave water out?
Yes, I do put water.
When you're not around?
When I'm not around?
Yes, when you go to bed,
Yeah.
leave water out.
Okay.
So that you're not around, so that he can have it when you're not around.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And for the heater that is a whole night long, and there's no air in this room, no windows open, nothing.
Is he cold?
He always said that he's cold,
All right.
but then there's no air at all for all
There
night.
must be some, or he would suffocate. Remember, that's the first basic need, and without air, you'll probably be dead in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I can see that he has like the eyes swollen. I can see he's very fatigued and...
All right. Well, have you had a conversation about the fact as to whether or not he enjoys that feeling?
I do, but as I said, that he doesn't listen to his
I didn't
parents.
say that you had to say something he had to listen to.
Okay.
I said, have you had a conversation about whether or not he enjoys that effect?
If he's enjoying that,
Yes. Ask him. Look, your eyes are kind of puffy and swollen and so on and so forth, and you seem very tired. Do you enjoy that feeling? I'm just curious.
okay, I will ask him
You
that
see?
for sure.
Then it's not about him listening to you. It's about you paying attention and giving him options to respond in the way that he prefers to respond.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. And again, he doesn't have to answer. Just pose the question. He'll go through it in his mind, and maybe he'll decide that he needs to make different choices to have different consequences. Mm-hmm. But you're being the one that's imaginative enough to simply get the ball rolling in his own mind without making him think he has to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. You need to be a little bit more imaginative, and we don't mean this in a negative way, a little bit more sneaky.
Oh.
So that you can inspire him to think about things without him feeling that he is being told what to do.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Thank you.
You just have to exercise your curiosity. Because again, if that really is his path, if that's something he believes he needs to do, then the only thing coming from you in your unconditional love and support is, well, I'm curious. Do you find that sensation interesting or enjoyable? Or let me know. I'm kind of curious. And then walk away. You don't even have to finish the conversation.
Thank you very, very much, Bashar.
You're very, very welcome.
There's anything else that you see from what I do for self, doing work and...
Are you acting on your passion to the best you can with no insistence or assumption on the outcome and remaining in a positive state no matter what manifests?
Yes.
Don't lie.
I didn't hear the whole question, but I understand.
All right. Then that's just my curious question. So you can go think about it.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Bashar.
Patterns.
Suppressing on my body. And I'd like to know if every time I have these dreams, I connect with the grays.
Well, you connect with different things depending on the pattern.
The most recent one I had was round shapes. And other times I've had square shapes.
The round shapes may be more representative of either the hybrids or even your spirit guides. Square shapes can be representative to some degree of the grays and a few other things. It just depends on the patterns. You're translating the energy connection into these ideas of shapes. That's a very interesting way to interpret them.
Was my family chosen as a whole?
You mean, did you choose yourself?
To connect.
Do you mean, did you choose yourselves?
Yes.
Yes.
A young lady mentioned earlier if she was talking to you. Is your response does it apply to everyone?
In general, yes. There may be some exceptions, but they're very rare because it's not that anyone needs to talk to us unless we have these particular kinds of encounters. The idea is that it's training you to learn to talk to your own higher mind. You may be using our vibration to make it easier for you to do so because you're familiar with our vibration in these encounters. So we give that vibration for you to use so that it puts you more strongly in touch with your own higher minds, which is the point. Now, sometimes, yes, maybe you connect to other members of our society or the general collective consciousness pattern of our particular reality to aid and assist you. If you wish to do that, that's fine. But the basic point of these conversations and getting you used to our frequency is to help you make stronger connections to your own higher mind.
Correct. And I've been having a little trouble with listening to my higher mind.
You mean you're having a challenge?
Yes.
All right. But are you acting on your passion as best as you can? Hesitation usually means no. All right, now pay attention. It's not difficult at all to listen to your higher mind. Let me again explain it this way. The higher mind communicates with you in terms of energy. Do you understand?
Yes.
Your body interprets that energy as the sensation called passion, excitement, curiosity, attraction. That's actually the way your body interprets the messages from your higher mind. Because your higher mind is basically saying, do this now. Act on this now. This is your path. This is who you are. It comes in energy, but your body interprets it as the sensation called passion and excitement. So when you act on it, you're responding to the higher mind saying, I heard you. But that's why you have to speak in the language of physical reality, which is action. Otherwise, you're not responding to it. You're saying, I didn't hear you, if you're not taking action on it. And therefore, if the higher mind has given you an opportunity to act on your passion that you're not paying attention to because you're not acting on it, why should it send you more? If you're not taking the action, it will seem as if the conversation has stopped because it's waiting for you to take action on what it's already given you. Because there's no point in giving you more opportunities if you're not acting on the ones it's already given you. Yes?
Yes.
So if you want to feel that flow and feel the connection that is there, it's important to act on your passion so that you can connect in your awareness with your higher mind and get more opportunities from it and be more excited to do more things, and that will continue the conversation. But you're stopping the conversation if you're not actually taking action on what it's already given you.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
All right. So what could you be doing that you're not doing?
I'm taking more action
On what?
on
I'm asking you specifically.
doing,
What would you rather be doing that you're not doing?
making the right decisions for myself.
You're not really responding. I'm asking you for a physiological expression. I understand that what you're working on is also part of the idea of creating your own balance in life.
Yes.
But I'm actually asking you, how do you want to creatively express this in physical terms in your reality? Is there something that you would prefer to be doing outwardly that you're not doing as a creative expression? Painting, writing, singing, dancing? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, is there something?
Yes.
What?
Dancing.
All right. Why aren't you? What are all the reasons you're creating for not doing that? Come on, spit them out. Number one,
Time.
you don't have time. Is that what you're saying?
I do have time. I'm just telling myself I don't.
Speak up.
I do have time, but I'm telling myself I don't.
And why would you do that? What are you afraid of? Come on, what are you
school.
afraid of?
I'm a student,
So,
and
a
I
student
need
of
to,
what?
to study.
I
need time
thought
to
you
study.
said that you were excited about dancing.
Yes.
So again, you're not yet giving me the reason why you're not doing it. You just said, you know it's an excuse that you don't have time. So
Yes.
you know you have time, so why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you acting on it to the best you can? Why? Why? Come on.
I will work on it.
No. Answer the question. You're not getting off that easy. Why? What are you afraid of if you move forward?
I don't really know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What are you afraid will happen? Come on, dig deep. Imagine yourself moving forward.
Yeah.
What does dancing mean to you? Are you talking about taking a dance class? Are you
No.
talking about doing a performance? What are you talking about?
I just like to go out and dance
Where?
at anywhere, clubs, parties.
And so do you?
I do, but not as much as I'd like to,
And again, why not?
because
Yes.
I don't take action on it.
All right, but why not? What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of,
Come on, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of looking silly? Are you afraid of people
No.
judging you? What are you afraid of?
neither.
Then why don't you do it? If that's what you're saying you'd be excited to do,
Yes.
why aren't you doing it? What's the reason?
I
We have all the time in the world.
don't really. I mean,
What's the reason? Give me a reason. Doesn't have to be the reason. Give me a reason why you're not doing it.
because I take the time to, rather than to go out to go dance, I take the time to study.
Can't you do both?
Yes, but lately I've been having trouble managing my time.
I see. Usually, again, when people experience a challenge managing their time, it usually means it's because you're doing something you don't prefer to do, or you're doing something you do prefer to do, but not in a way you prefer to do it. Because remember, what's the second tool in the kit? The organizing principle of synchronicity. What that means is, if you do the things that you really are passionate about doing in the way you're passionate about doing it, Synchronicity organizes the time for you. You don't have to manage it. It's automatically managed by synchronicity, bringing you the opportunity. It lasts just exactly as long as it needs to, and then it gives you an indication that there's something else you need to be doing that's also another representation of your passion. So you need to examine all the things you're actually choosing to do. Examine honestly whether or not they really are representative of your passion, or if they are, examine whether you could do them in a way that is more representative of your passion other than the way in which you're doing them. So when you say things like, well, I need to study, are you studying about something that you're passionate about or not?
Yes.
All right. Is there a way you could go about studying that is actually more exciting than the way you're doing it?
Yes.
Then do that. Remember, when we talk about acting on your excitement, all the components have to be in alignment. What it is you're doing, how it is you're doing it, with whom you're doing it, where you're doing it, why you're doing it. It all has to be aligned. So if any one of those components isn't representative of the most exciting way you could be doing it, where you could be doing it in the most exciting place, with whom you could be doing it, then you're not following your excitement. All the components have to be part of the holistic system. So, if you can open up your imagination and start doing what you're doing that is only representative of your excitement in the way that would be most exciting, then everything will start organizing itself, and you will find you have exactly the amount of time you need for every single expression of your passion. It'll self-organize. It leaves nothing out.
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
All right. Can you wrap your mind around that?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. Is acting on my passion, will it help me not, because I'd like to also learn how to swim.
Go ahead.
And
Do you
but
think
I'm
that
very
swimming would be
fearful
left
of
out
it.
of that formula? If it's part of your passion, why would it be left out of that formula?
Right.
Didn't
I'm
we
very
say that it
afraid.
leaves nothing relevant out?
Right. But
So?
I'm very afraid of drowning.
You are afraid of drowning. Well, if you learn to swim, you probably won't drown.
Right. But
And so what if you did drown? Oops. Again, pay attention. Organizing principle means everything is organized, which means if suddenly you are learning to swim and you find that you're having a little bit of difficulty, a little bit of a challenge, guess what might happen? If you're following your passion and it's not your time to die, guess what might happen? Gee, someone will show up to help you.
right.
What a shock. Do you understand?
Yes.
And if it is the time you chose to pass into spirit, then it's your choice. Who cares? You'll still be fine. You'll just be swimming in the ethers. But if it's not your time that you've chosen, then synchronicity will bring you what you need to allow you to experience an expression of your passion. If that means someone may come along to help you, or something else may happen that allows you to know that you'll be all right, including an awareness of common sense. Yes?
Yes.
Because common sense on your planet isn't common. So in other words, don't allow yourself to get caught up in things that actually don't make sense. If you're learning to swim, don't start in the deep end. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So let certain things simply be obvious. And that will be in alignment with your passion.
Yes.
Don't get confused about the idea of, well, it's my passion to learn to swim, so I'm just going to jump into a roaring ocean in the deepest part of it when I don't know how to swim. Then you're not really following your passion. Not really. Because you're not allowing yourself some common sense in there as well. You follow me?
Yes.
You're actually making a choice to increase the probability of death. Now, some people can do that and be okay, but that's an exciting path that they've chosen. If it's not your path, it's not your passion to push yourself to the limit, knowing that you want that level of challenge, that is part of your path, then don't do that. Know who you are, know yourself, and then everything will be fine. Yes?
Yes.
It's all right to take it a step at a time. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to push yourself beyond what it is your belief system says is appropriate for you. Remember, you're all eternal beings. What's your hurry? Yes?
Yes.
All right. But do give yourself an opportunity to act on your passion when you can.
Yes.
And then eventually it will prove to you that it always works. All right?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you.